Okay, we're trying to see where this parabola, 4x squared plus 4x, equals 3. So we're solving this equation, basically. This is number 24 in the review. So step 1 in solving quadratics was to get everything equal to what? Yes. And to do that, we're going to pull 3 over to the left by subtracting it. Now it's equal to 0. Yes? Okay, is there a lead coefficient in front of x squared that's not 1? Is there a number in front of x squared that's not 1? Yes, so we have two cases here. Either that number divides nicely into all these, and we can factor it out. Is that true here? No. Or you just need to come up with two sets of parentheses so that you get x squared with a 4 in front of it. So you might have 4x times x. Or you might have 2x times 2x to get that 4x squared. The question is, which one of those options, let's write them both down. It's either 4x and x, or 2x and 2x. One of those pairs is going to work out nicely with whatever numbers we put here. So how are we going to multiply to make -3 here? Well, you might have -3 times 1. Does that work out nicely? I don't think so, because when we FOIL here, we're trying to end up with a 4x in the middle. So a -3 and a +1, that's not going to work. You get -12 and +1, no good. Okay, so what if we rearrange the 3 and the 1? What if the 3 was here and the 1 was there, and could we somehow get these to make 4x with a 4x and a 3x? That's not looking good either. I don't think the red option's going to work. Let's try the green instead. Could we somehow position 3 and 1 to make 6x and 2x become 4x? This is the thought process. It's trial and error. Are you thinking yes? Okay, if we position the 3 and 1, and that could go either way, actually, because they're both teamed up with 2x, right? But the key is to make these multiply to -3, this times this needs to make -3 while producing +4x. So, okay, and right? I think that works out nicely. I think the red options were not going to work. I think it's 2x minus 1 times 2x plus 3. So do you remember when we just did that problem number 20? We graphed the original, and then we graphed what we thought it factored to. And if they made the same parabola, then we did it right. You can always do that when you're factoring. Graph this, and see if they make the same parabola. If that's too much work for you, just FOIL it. Make sure it works. 4x squared plus 6x minus 2x makes 4x minus 3. Okay? Now we use the zero product property. For this times that to equal 0, either this needs to equal 0 or that needs to equal 0. So we have two little equations here that we can now solve by adding 1 to both sides and dividing by 2. There's one solution. Or subtracting 3 from both sides and dividing by 2. If you prefer decimals, your two answers would be 0.5 and -1.5. Those are the solutions. If you plugged either one of these into the original equation, it would make it equal 3. That's it. That's what we were searching for.